What is up, everybody? My name is G, and welcome to yet another one of those sexy videos regarding a new game that we're going to be playing on the channel. That shit is going to be Xenoblade 2, and it's going to be fucking hypoo. Now, before I even get into this video, I do want to say that while recording, my mic was fucked up. It accidentally unplugged in the middle of it, and I was doing a collab, so it was not something that I could start over. The mic of my quality is a little bad, but it's still bearable, and you can still understand what I'm saying. So, just wanted to inform you on that. This is not how my mic usually sounds. It usually sounds like this, but for this video, it's going to be a little low quality. Apologies. I will see you all in the video regardless. Enjoy. What is up, everybody? My name is G, and in this video we're going to be talking about some more of that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 goodness. I have not talked about Xenoblade Chronicles at all on my channel, but I have mentioned it in a couple of streams, and I have said that I am very excited to get into Xenoblade, and now we're going to be doing this video with my homie Avataryaya, who is already a Xenoblade fan. Avatar, speak for the homie.
Hello, back like I never left.
Exactly. Yeah, no, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 looks hypoo as hell, and I had to delay my fucking Persona stream just so I could talk about this shit, because, boy, it looked Firaga. They showed 40 minutes of gameplay on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and they showed us another trailer regarding Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which you can go see both of those in the link in the description below if you ever feel like it. But in this video, we're going to be discussing the trailer and the gameplay, and I brought Avataryaya along with me, being that I've never played a Xenoblade or a Xenogears game before, so this is kind of, you know, a first thing to me. Avatar, so far, what do you have to take from the trailer and the gameplay, or at least the summary of what you have to take from it?
Well, right now, Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade 2, they're all they're really different. You know, the majority of the MMORPG style that they go with is really not the same. If you play Xenoblade Chronicles, for the new people out there, Xenoblade Chronicles is drastically different from Xenoblade Chronicles X, and so on. And that's what this is looking like in Xenoblade 2. Now, in Xenoblade 2, it looks more favorable to Xenoblade Chronicles X, the Wii U game. And I feel like this game right here might be a little bit, I guess, slower paced, based on the first trailer that we got during the Direct, or the Nintendo Spotlight, E3 Spotlight. I think they want to focus on making the gameplay more interactive with the teammates as well, than just focusing on you controlling your character. One main component I know in Xenoblade Chronicles X is that when you're doing like the battle system, you have like a row full of skills and stuff like that, and the little circle pops up. It's a circle around your attack button. If you time it right, just like how in shooters you have like reload buttons, like Gears of War, for example, where you hit it perfectly, you get more damage, or you get a perfect reload. That's what happens in Xenoblade Chronicles. So right now, I'm ecstatic, because it looks like they really updated everything across the board for Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade 2. It's hard for me to say Xenoblade Chronicles, it just rolls off the tongue, I'm sorry. Yeah. But Xenoblade 2 is looking really way more promising than the first Xenoblade.
That's something I want to talk about for a sec. I'm sorry to interrupt, but like now, like I remember when it was first announced, it was called Xenoblade 2. Now every like news thing I look at, it says Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I'm very baffled.
Okay, so generally, I guess they wanted to realize that this game possibly, when it first was announced, that it probably didn't have anything really too canonical to Xenoblade Chronicles or Xenoblade Chronicles X. So what I'm thinking now is that I feel like they might just play on just making each game a more advancement, because I can't really talk about the first Xenoblade Chronicles, because for people that's watching this, do not spoil this, please, if you know about Xenoblade. But I can't spoil it either. But with Xenoblade Chronicles X, you generally have to, they're gonna be like Kingdom Hearts. Let me put it like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's either going to go either the Kingdom Hearts route and play off of XEX, or it's probably going to be each game is a different tale from the Xenoblade franchise.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking that's going on right now. It was kind of weird from when I saw that at first, because I was like, wait, I thought it was Xenoblade 2. However, it was confusing to a lot of people, because as you can see in the trailer, guess who we don't see? I'm really feeling it. No, he's not here right now. So we got a whole different character. So.
Okay, because isn't like Shulk the main character from the first one, or whatever?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and he's not even here. So, but based on the trailer so far, do you even think that this is remotely related to the first one in any way possible?
I honestly feel like with the Monado, yes. That is why I'm kind of confused with the titling of the game. They need to go in a little bit more detail about that. Maybe I missed something. Don't hold me accountable to that. But the weapon he has is
the same one from the first game? Is it?
Yeah, it's a Monado. It could probably be just a branch from the normal Monado. The Monado was like a ring. Now this one looking all edged and jagged.
Yeah.
It could just be the next level of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I feel like in this game, you focused on a big difference from Xenoblade and XCX is generally that Xenoblade had the Monado, and XCX you were in mechs most of the time.
Right.
You know, fighting giant robots. So this one is going to mix between both games and give us that experience of the storytelling of the first one and the gameplay of
the
XCX.
second one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool to experience. Now, the trailer, we're going to go over basically what the entire story is that trailer somewhat summed up. They didn't give us really a full thing, but as Avatar was saying, he does have the original sword from the first one, or at least an upgraded version of the sword from the first one that we actually do see in like the original panel for the for the game. You see a bunch of characters on it and everything, and I'm just going to read this tiny little synopsis on Gematsu.com because I myself am not 100% sure on what the information is, but here is what Gematsu.com has gathered for us. So it says right here, explore an endless ocean of lands where the last remnants of civilization live on the backs of colossal beasts called Titans. Experience the story of Rex and his new friend Pyra, a mysterious being known as a Blade who grants him tremendous power. Together search for Pyra's long-lost home Elysium, the ultimate paradise for all of humanity. So it seems like Pyra is that girl, the one wearing the red clothing in the trailer, and then he like grabbed a sword out of her, and that's the sword that he wields, which is the same one, or an upgraded one from the first one that Avatar says, and then the main dude is Rex, which is like the main protagonist that we play as, and then there's probably other people along the way. But do you know what Titans are? Because I believe those are like something within Xenoblade lore and stuff that I just don't know about.
So Titans, how can I give you a perfect example of Titans? A lot of people played this game. It came out last year. Final Fantasy 15. So Titans are generally like guardians of the land. Like they pretty much reside in Pyra, you know. That's generally just inferred from this. Pyra is the main place you're going to be on. Pyra is going to be really big because Xenoblade Chronicles was in New LA most of the time, but this is going to probably be bigger.
So is Pyra related to the character Pyra? Because the character, the girl wearing the red clothes, is also called Pyra. So
yeah. Well, I'm not Pyra. I'm sorry.
Elysium. Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
But do Titans have like civilizations on them or something? Because I know you can walk on the Titans and stuff, I believe, if I'm correct.
So perfect example, Xenoblade Chronicles X. What you could do really was pretty much each place had a different land, and then you had the Titans, and then you had the sub Titans. They're different class of like monsters. Okay, so there's like E tier to S tier. It's like One Punch Man, but Titans are like the big, colossal, ugly things. Like they just gigantic, and if you'll see them because it's a lot more spoiling that goes down the line with it.
Yeah, but I do kind of get the point. They're just kind of like the giant beings that roam the land, and I mean, it says right here on the Gematsu page that colossal beasts called Titans, the homes of different civilizations, offering expansive regions to discover. Yeah, so that's basically, I guess that's kind of like the little synopsis along with what Avatar said. But
have you guys seen? Have you guys ever seen? I think it was Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know, he had like this giant sea turtle thing. Oh, that's pretty much what Titans are.
Oh my god. Okay.
But bigger.
Oh Jesus. That's. Yeah, so. Oh, I remember that shit. I remember when he was on the sea turtle. That was like. Yeah. Oh, I remember that episode. Oh, that's cray cray. That is cray cray. But let's move on in this Xenoblade information on Gematsu.com to see what else Xenoblade 2 has to offer regarding the trailer. It says right here on the features, from powerful bonds with blades, unique beings grant tremendous power to the users called drivers. Now, what are drivers, Avataryaya?
So, drivers. Ah.
Hard to explain?
Yeah, or it could just be a completely new mechanic.
It does seem like one.
Because in Xenoblade, a lot of mechanics reoccur, but they change. It's like a giant retcon over and over again with Xenoblade Chronicles. Like, some things change over and over again.
Right.
So it's just like drivers from if you look at the trailer, right?
Yeah.
The guy, the main character, Rex.
Yeah.
That's his name. Yeah, Rex. He has the Monado. That red thing has to be a Monado or some type of evolution of it or a whole new one. But you look at the Monado, it has different colors. It could be the different forms of variation, like, okay, attack, guard, a defense buff, things like that. And I feel like the more you fight the Colossal Beast, or they're Titans, whatever.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to call it Colossal Titans because they want to get sued by Attack on Titans. But you fight them, you get the pieces, you go merge them, and then you get a new, different form of weapon. And Xenoblade Chronicles X, you do that, you grind monsters out, you get different types of mechs and stuff of that nature. So, drivers could be something completely new. You know, like power-ups that you get throughout playing story mode and stuff like that. That's generally what you could possibly get. I
see. That does seem very interesting. Now, in the last bit of information for the features regarding the trailer, it does say features a deep battle system that builds on triumphs over the Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles X games. So that's basically what you were saying before we even started reading this article, so we don't really have to go over that. But that's basically all that we have to talk about regarding the actual trailer of Xenoblade. It just does seem like, fucking Christ. It seems as if Rex is the main character and Pyra is the quote-unquote, like, blade wielder that he gets the blade from in the first place, and then they kind of go on an adventure that I'm not 100% sure of yet, and we'll see later on in the game. Their journey to Elysium. Can I answer
this question for a lot of people? A lot of people are afraid about Xenoblade Chronicles. They don't know this. They think it's just like a turn-based type thing. A lot of people, when I was first skeptical when I first bought Xenoblade Chronicles, I'm telling you guys that this game rivals some of the best Final Fantasies, Chrono Triggers ever. Right. You can hold me accountable to that, but like you can move around as well. It is battle movement in the game. You don't just stand still.
It's not just turn-based, yeah.
Right. So that's one thing. And now that they're building on Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles X, it's kind of wild because I think they will either pick one or the other, and they're both similar. But however, more people generally like. Some of the feedback I looked up after the reviews of Xenoblade Chronicles X, I looked into the fact that a lot of people prefer the original Xenoblade Chronicles or Xenoblade with Shulk gameplay style, but here I prefer XCX. But the thing of it is it has two different special gimmicks and things that go on in those games. As one, you pretty much walking around with a Monado. This one, it's two worlds. Xenoblade Chronicles X is actually two worlds in one game. The game is so big you have to get a flash drive and stick it in and hope you had enough space for a 32 gigabyte patch.
Oh my god.
So that's one thing I'll explain later on if they announce mechs in this game as well, which they already are. They show a little bit of it. But it was in the first trailer when they first announced the Switch, but we'll see.
We'll see. So anything else regarding the 40 minutes of gameplay that they revealed? Because there is a lot in that 40 minutes of gameplay, and I don't think we are going to cover every single bit of that. But is there anything that you specifically noticed or that you want to summarize that might sum it up for people that don't know Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
Oh, I feel like they improved Now, here's the thing about Xenoblade Chronicles. The AI has not really been deemed as dumb or garbage. They're not Donald in Kingdom Hearts. But, bottom line, I feel like the teamwork, there's going to be a big emphasis on teamwork. And since we got that 40 minutes of gameplay, I'm liking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really do too much with the other teammates. They just do their own thing. You tell them, hey, you do this defensive stance, you do this pose. I feel like there's going to add more flexibility and control.
Yeah, to the gameplay.
Yeah.
Alright, that's really cool. Well, Avataryaya, thank you for doing this Xenoblade Chronicles 2 video. Hopefully one day I can do some Xenoblade Chronicles streams and then maybe get myself into the Xenoblade franchise, because I do want to cover this game a lot and it does look really interesting, and I've had my eye on it ever since the original time when the trailer was first revealed. So thank you for coming through to this video, Avataryaya. Okay, thank you very much. And anyone that wants to see any more Xenoblade content, please click that subscribe button down below. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to click that like button down below. And do not forget to go in the description of this video so you can go subscribe to the homie Avataryaya and see the original 40 minutes of gameplay regarding Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and the original trailer regarding Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as well. My name is Ali G, and that's Avataryaya. Say your thing.
Hoopla.
And we are out. I'll see y'all later. Deuces.